Hi, I'm Timmy Neal from Ypsilanti, Michigan, competitor for Big Fan Racing for the Camping World Truck Series of 2014.
Hey, Josh. Hey, man, wait a minute. Doggone it. These low-riding cars.
When I was 5 years old, I started racing motocross at a local track, 50cc motorcycles, and we just moved up from there. Me and my brother raced together, and that evolved into going semi-pro at one time, racing for a local motorcycle shop for a while, and grew from there. From motocross, I went to snowcross, started racing snowmobiles, did a lot of drag racing in snowmobiles. Then I was just kind of hanging out and bouncing around from team to team and doing snowmobile racing, and won the Canadian U.S. Nationals on a sled, and just kept bouncing around, bought my own snowmobile, did some asphalt racing, got out of the bikes from being hurt, a lot of broken bones, broken back, broke my femur on a snowmobile. I said, I got to find something safer. So we always toyed with late models and street stocks. I had a figure 8 car for a while in my younger days, and I went back to motorcycles. Then got into sprint car racing, bought my own sprint car, come to the track, and met friends that I previous ran snowmobiles for. And they said, we can't be competing against each other. We got to team up here. So I come aboard with Dunnigan Motorsports. We teamed. I had a 50-foot trailer, a Freightliner. I had 3 cars of my own, full team. I sold everything, teamed up with them, started driving a car for them, and it turned into driving for Michigan Caterpillar, Vulcan Wheels. A lot of sponsors came on board. Traveled the whole United States racing for them guys in the midget series. They bought a midget. I started driving that for them, and just started growing from there. I got over 100 feature wins. A lot of my highlights are with the sprint cars and midgets. We did Fort Wayne Rumble, competed there 3 years in a row. My 3rd year I ended up winning it. We go to Atlantic City, running Boardwalk Hall there, the Gamblers Classic. A lot of East Coast modified guys, Bobby East, all them, Lou Ciccone, race out there. We raced with them guys. We ran 4th last year there. It was a big success. I mean, just to make the show is huge there. You know, there was over 100 cars there last year, and we qualified 7th. The most exciting experience for me would probably be we went to the Micro Meltdown in Wisconsin this year, and there was 75 cars there, and we podium finished there. There's a lot of guys from that run the Chili Bowl, a lot of Power Eye guys, a lot of big names, and we podium finished there. It was great.
No, unfortunately not.
If you want to get it ready for that next car, we're going to drive that one next in the feature.
Right on.
Thank you.
Welcome. That's a winning gear right there
That
for you.
was the Speed Seeker, guys.
The Speed Seeker.
From the 28 pit stall.
You was able to get off that corner good after that, weren't you?
It was. I mean, it's amazing. You know, you're down RPM. The bull's tires went. They come out perfect. But we did put it straight up in the back, so the bars.
Mm-hmm.
We went 725 across the back.
Really?
Yes.
So,
And took the toe out.
straighten her up a little bit. So mine seemed like.
See, but now I got my pushback that I used to have last year, remember?
Uh-huh.
If I didn't lay into it on the start, remember how it would just,
Oh yeah.
if I didn't, or run the wing.
All the way
Forward.
forward and then start working it back as you go.
I ran most of the feature one-handed though, trying to dial her in.
I was working on my shocks a little bit there too. Got the shocks a lot better than what I did. Ran the wing back just a little
I had
bit.
the toolbox open, but
It's one of those nights, buddy. You did a good job though. Way to stand on it.
always a pleasure racing you guys. You did a good job. Thank you. Thank you for your help.
You know it.
All right, you get ready for the Well, I came into it, you know, with everybody thinks the guys that fly high in the sky in motorcycles are crazy, you know. So I came into it as that guy's no fear right there, you know. And I was, you know, I was a hard charger, you know, and I've learned over the years that you can't win everything on the first lap. You know, it takes patience, and I don't know if so much the crashes, but just over the years of racing, I've learned to calm down a little bit and patience and trying not to make an inch a mile and just because I can get a wheel in there, I'd put the car in there, you know. And when you get open wheels and the wheel touches, someone's losing, you know. And just talking to my people that've been to NASCAR and hang around Tony and the indoor stuff, you know, he's taught me that if you watch me, I hardly ever pass going in. He says, take it for what it's worth. When I went to the Rumble, he says, but I guarantee you, you'll go farther by not doing that. So I took it and I applied it at the Rumble. We started on the pole. And he says, now you're starting on the pole. You finally drove the car, what I've been waiting for 3 years since I've been watching you. I said, well, thanks, Tony. He goes, so it's up to you now. You're on the front row. And Lou Ciccone built my car. And he said the same thing. He says, it's about time, boys. You got a $30,000 race car. let's see what it can do. So we start on the pole, and I say, I got John Ivy coming behind me. You know, I think he has 4 wins at the Rumble. You know, and when the green falls, all I think is Ivy's coming. He's going to be there. And he gets to second, and we have a red flag. And I'm sitting there, and they come out, and they're talking to us. And I had power steering on my car, and they actually made me disconnect it. So the official comes out and says, tell me how this works. I said, I'm the driver. I don't work on it. He goes, no, you tell me how this works, because I have a hunch that it's still hooked up. I said, well, it turns off the motor there, and the hose is disconnected. It don't go nowhere, you know. So long story short, I took that, did all my passing, coming out of the corners, you know, and it paid off. And I've been taking that along with me. You know, even if I come up on lap traffic, I usually won't unless it's a huge distance before the corner. But going into the crash, I came up on a lap car. I could hear his motor dieseling, so I set him up high, and he figured I was going low. So he actually came down to the bottom of the track, and I drove over his left rear tire, jumped over his car, flipped in the air. He actually drove under me when I was in the air. And the car was probably 15 to 20 feet in the air. They guessed 10 to 15 flips, but it would never land square. It always landed on a corner of the car. It crushed the roll cage down 2.5 inches and pushed it back 3. My head actually hit the concrete track, because there's concrete track on the outside of this track, and my head actually hit that and split the helmet. I didn't have a Hans device on at the time. Now I wear Hans wherever I go. But it was a total miracle that I walked away from it. The motor had fell out of the car was on fire. It compressed my spine, which I have broke my back previous years before, and collapsed the lung from impact. But I ended up walking away. I did go to the hospital and was hospitalized for 3 days, but everything worked out. What I've learned from the crashes and experience over racing is it's a respect thing, not only to other drivers, but to the equipment you're driving and the facility you're at. You know, you give respect where respect's given. You know.
All right, okay. But hey, let me get this. I got some passes for tomorrow for Michigan Speedway to the truck race for all you guys.
All right.
Yeah, so you can come up and join us in the suite.
Sweet, Brian. This is a once in a lifetime.
Oh yeah, I know it is, and that's why I say anything that we can do to help you out, buddy.
We really appreciate it, man.
That's no problem.
We've never
no
been to
problem.
Michigan to see the race.
Oh, Michigan's a great track. Great
looking
track.
forward to it.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are here. Definitely. It'll be a good time. Anything you need, just let them know up in the suite or round me up, whatever, and we'll make it happen for you guys while you're in town.
And what's going to be great is to see him in the truck here next year.
Well, that's what I said. Tim,
That's what we were saying today when we walked out of there, didn't we? Didn't we?
we need to go racing here, no matter what. That's what.
We
That's
were
what
talking when we got on the golf cart.
Yeah.
We said, if this works out right, we could have enough short tracks done at this race.
to be able to get there.
Yeah.
Right.
To be able to get there. And that's why I told him that's been one of my dreams.
And
Be able
you
to
can
race
get
in
there
Michigan.
faster than you realize. A lot of people don't know how NASCAR really operates inside. That's where we come in. A lot of people, you'll hear these, like, I guess it's formulas. You got to do this many short tracks, this many that.
Right.
It's not really that. If you've got experience and they can watch you testing,
Right.
you might do one short track and it's like, hey, that guy's good.
He's good.
We're going to watch you at Michigan test. And as long as you got it, you might go from one short track to that. You know? So that's how some things work.
You know,
People
that's
don't
what I was
really understand.
Right. That's what I was telling you. You got to have the connection to be able to get there and have somebody help you understand the process. Everything that you're going to do is just a different process than what we do, and you can do it. You got the people to do it now. We just got to make it happen. You got to make it happen. That's what you got to do. So you'll be okay, buddy. You know it.
I mean, I'll be.
For next year, right now, my plans are to run a lot of indoor midget stuff over the winter. I actually got a call from a guy who wanted me to come over to Australia and race in April in some micro midget stuff. If it were to work out with my schedule with the Rumble and the Chili Bowl and stuff like that. But I do also have a lot of other people wanting to come on board through the winter months and see how it's going to work out for a summer deal. I got, I just recently had a meeting with www.trackstay.com, the hospitality group for NASCAR. Eat, meet, greet, stay, play. They're your one-stop shop for all that. Michigan Cat is still aboard, 100% backing me. Vulcan Wheels, Dunnigan Motorsports, Liberty Landfill. That's still a go for next year on the midgets and stuff.
It's not just all about Tim, it's about helping everybody. I think it's because he likes racing. And then some of it is, he treats me with respect. And in this day and age, you don't see much of that, because there's quite an age difference. And I think I'm living a dream. That's what I was telling your son, through him, because I wish I could do that. And it's a talent, and you've either got it or and Timmy's got it.
What? Yeah.
You're going to drive?
Yeah. Just take the wing off of that.
Let me clean your helmet up. Let me clean your helmet up and put a plastic in the bottom of the seat.
All right, great. You got the orange helmet?
Yeah, I got the orange helmet.
I don't want that.
You want Hollywood?
No, I don't want the Hollywood.
Why not?
Because I don't. I like that orange one. Orange and blue.
You're not Hollywood?
I'm not Hollywood, and I told you that. Don't want to be Hollywood.
Well, what are you going to do when we start Daytona? When you have your Hollywood sunglasses on?
Well, that's different.
He's a pit man, man.
I'll just be a crew member, and it won't matter what I wear.
All right.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I've only seen like live sprint cars once at Greenville Picnic Speedway. That's a half-mile asphalt.
Hope so.
I don't ride it in the dirt. I'm just ready to get the spray out.
He's like, I'm with it.
I've been racing for 25 years. I mean, from motorcycles, jet skis, boats, anything with a motor, I usually race it.